Greetings YouTube and welcome back to another vlog. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I last did one of these. Mainly because I've been doing other stuff as well. I'm wilting in the heat wave, but thank goodness it's over. Because last Tuesday, which was the 19th, my birthday, apparently it was like the hottest day on record, with temperatures reaching over 40 degrees in places. In fact, the hottest I believe was 40.3. I can't remember where it was. If I'm being honest with you, I can't remember where it was. I think it was someplace in Lincolnshire. But yeah. But I'll tell you what. Yeah. When he said it was going to be hot, they really meant it. I honestly thought they were playing. I thought they were hyping it up, saying, "Oh, I was going to be the hottest one ever," and I thought, really? And then, yeah, you definitely did notice it. Yeah, and the temperature here where I am, it reached 38. And let me tell you, you felt it. Yeah, it was that hot that even opening the windows in my house and all the doors only made it hotter, so I had to like shut all the blinds and everything. I had to shut the windows and everything, and only opened it when it did eventually cool down. But even then, it was still really hot and muggy, and it wasn't a fun night to sleep. But yeah, the heat wave ended on the Wednesday, which was the 20th. It ended on the 20th here at least, and I'll tell you what, it's so much better. I don't like hot weather at all. I prefer these sorts of temperatures like 18s, 19s, whatever. I prefer like temperatures that are in like, I'd say anything between 15 and 20. That's my comfort zone. I don't like anything above 25 because let's just say I'm not very comfortable. I certainly wasn't comfortable the other day, though, when it reached 38 here. Yeah, not fun at all. You had the fans on as well, which sometimes the fan just made the room warmer. It was just circulating warmer rather than actually cooling you down. So I had to turn the fan off, turn it back on when I needed to, because if you just leave the fan on, I've noticed it just sometimes it just doesn't cool your room down. So I was happy when the weather was getting a bit cooler. I heard somewhere that we might be getting another heat wave. Hopefully it won't be as hot as the one we're getting. And I really hope that we don't get it, but it's the summer, so what do you expect? Anyway, what shall we talk about next? Oh yeah. Since it was my birthday, since it was my birthday last week, should I say, which I've already mentioned God knows how many times in this video. Well, since it was my birthday, I thought, you know what, I'll buy the new Liverpool kit. As you can see that. So, yeah, the new Liverpool kit. I bought that yesterday. I was meaning to buy it a few days ago, but as I say, I was busy and to be honest with you, it was too hot to go out, so I decided not to get it until I was able to go out, which I did yesterday. Yeah, I did a few bits and bobs as well. Did shopping and had a cheeky Subway because I thought, you know, since I was out and about, thought I might as well get something to eat. Yeah, and what I got myself, I had a foot-long sub. So what I do is I buy a foot-long sub. I don't eat all for my dinner. I don't eat all. What I do is I eat half my dinner and then eat the other half of my tea. Or dinner, as you Southerners call it. Yeah. Yeah, up north it's breakfast, dinner and tea. Oh, yeah, because we're not exactly posh. Unless you live in Audley Edge, like where all the footballers live. Yeah, Audley Edge and Prestwick. Oh no, Prestwick's London. I think I'm not very good at my geography, so if I got that wrong, I do apologise. But yeah, but I know Audley Edge isn't too far from Manchester. That's where all the posh, yeah, that's where some of the footballers live in the like £12 million mansions and all that lot. Yeah, and it's near a place called Wilmslow. But I've never actually been to Wilmslow, so I don't know what that's like. Yeah, but I have been to Manchester. Yeah, and yeah, when I was in college, I went on the stadium tour to. In fact, we went on two stadium tours actually. We went to Old Trafford, which let's just say the best thing about Old Trafford was getting out of there. I know, but one thing that amazed me about the stadium is that the stadium is about 75,000 capacity. Yeah, and on TV it looks big, but actually going there yourself, it's like it's absolutely massive. It really is. So when did I visit there? Can't remember, but like I think it was well over 10 years ago. But yeah, I've been to a few stadium tours as well. I mean, I've been to Anfield twice. Yeah, fantastic stadium. I've been Goodison Park, unfortunately, but yeah, I've been to a few stadiums. I've been there. I've been Bolton Stadium, which at the time was the Reebok Stadium. I'm not sure what it's called now because Reebok no longer sponsor Bolton. I've been Man City. Which is the Etihad, or as some people call it, the Emptyad, because they can't even fill up a full stadium. The only time you can fill up a full stadium is if it's the final day of the season. I've noticed that they can't even fill it up when it's the Manchester derbies. It's rather embarrassing to say the least. What other stadiums have I been to? You know what? I think that's all of the ones I've been to football related. Football related. Um, I've been to a few rugby grounds. Of course, I live in Widnes. I've been to the rugby ground here a few times. And the funny thing is, even though I'm born and bred here in Widnes, I've never supported the Widnes Vikings at all, or Widnes as it was called then, because now we have to have like these Americanized names. We have to make it sound American, like Wigan Warriors instead of just Wigan. Um, Bradford Bulls instead of just Bradford. Wakefield Trinity instead of just Wakefield. You get the picture. But yeah, my rugby team is St Helens. I've been a fan of them since I can't remember when, but it's been years. So I think I was a kid. It was when they were still playing at Knowsley Road. Yeah, and now they play not too far from the hospital, if you know where that is. I mean, the stadium's called the Totally Wicked Stadium. I mean, I don't get why it's called that. To me, I'll just call it St Helens, and I'll always remember Knowsley Road. I always get that. I always get my words a bit tongue twisted. I apologise if I do this quite often on these vlogs. Sometimes I lose track and then I start blabbering absolute nonsense. But that's to be expected. Yeah, so we've been St Helens. I've driven past Warrington, which I'm fucking glad about. Sorry for my language, but yeah, the Warrington Wolves or Warrington. Yeah, I absolutely detest them with every fibre in my body. I do not like Warrington at all. I mean, I don't mind the town. I just absolutely hate the rugby team. I cannot for the life of me stand them. They just absolutely, I don't know. They just absolutely get on my nerves. I mean, as a St Helens fan, yeah, I should dislike Wigan more. because they are St Helens' arch rivals. But but the thing is about Wigan, at least they don't pretend to be something that they're not. They are actually a successful team. Warrington, they sometimes big themselves up. From what I've seen, they sometimes big themselves up, act like they're better than what they actually are. But if you've seen the Super League, if you've seen the Super League this season, they're not doing very well at all. Let's be honest with you, they're getting beat by teams who really they should be beaten. Yeah, but yeah, I'm proud to be a St Helens fan. I like I I quite like Leeds Rhinos or just Leeds. I've always liked the colour of their kits, but as a rugby league fan mainly, it's St Helens all the way through. Yeah, but yeah, there's another rugby team that I don't particularly like all that much, and it's no surprise, and that is Lee Centurions, which that's what yeah that's their full name, but we've always called them just Lee. Yeah, and if you don't know where Lee is, it's situated, uh, I'd say between Wigan and Manchester, even though well it is a part of Greater Manchester if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Lee spelled Leigh. But yeah, I'd say because they're one of those rugby teams that I mean, how far they how far is Lee from where I am? I'd say about I don't know 35 minutes, 40. But yeah, because I know where you have to use the East Lancs Road, the A580. I mean, yeah, for those who don't know about the East Lancs Road, I think most of you probably do live in UK. East Lancs Road, it starts off in Liverpool and ends in Manchester. Though I think most people probably use the M62 motorway, which, let's just say, is rather busy at times and you can often get stuck in traffic. I mean, it's given for any busy motorway, but we've been there in Manchester when it's like, where it's when it joins onto the M60, yeah, you can be there for quite a while. Yeah, I honestly don't know where this vlog is going, but it's just going anywhere. So, what else shall we talk about? Um, I know I'll talk about some of my favourite food, shall we? I've never really discussed food much on my channel, even though I just briefly mentioned the Subway I had yesterday, yeah, which was an Italian BMT, which all it is like it's got ham and like two kinds of salami. I know you can either have a cheese and you can either have it with cheese and toast it or not. I prefer having it toasted because like the cheese and everything like melts into it. It's just beautiful, and you've got to have a bit of salad with it because the nice contrast from like the soft bread and the soft meat to like nice crunchy veg like peppers and even the red onions can be quite crispy as well. I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, and I go for two sauces on it. I know you can just have one sauce. Most people usually stick with one, but I don't. I just go with like two sauces, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The two sauces that I go for, I just go for light mayo and what's the sauce? What's the other one I go for? Sriracha. That's it. I was trying to think of the other name of the sauce because I mean they do chipotle sauce. Yeah, which I've had chipotle before, but I can't remember what I had it on. I quite liked it. There was a Subway sub I had a while back. It was just it was a typical tuna. It was a tuna one. Yeah, and I asked for mayo and some hot chili, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, And yeah, the chili was pretty spicy. I'm not gonna lie, but it tasted really, really good. Absolutely, I quite like that. So I do like a good pizza as well. I mean, who doesn't like a pizza? I mean, I know. There's a few people who don't like pizza, which I mean, it's in some ways it surprises me, but at the same time, I can understand why. But yeah, what do I usually go for a pizza? I don't know. I sometimes go for a meat feast, like your pepperoni, beef, chicken. I mean, there's all sorts. What else do I like on pizza? I don't know. Even just sometimes a plain cheese and tomato will do. Margarita. Vegetarian pizzas are nice. They really are. I sort of like spicy ones with I like. I don't just enjoy ones with like red peppers. Not a big fan of jalapenos, if I'm being honest with you. Not a big fan of them. I mean, I don't mind a few, but I don't know. I just don't like loads of them. I don't really enjoy them. I don't mind spicy food, but I'm just not a huge fan of them whatsoever. Um, what else do I like on pizza? Ham and mushroom, chicken and mushroom. I don't know any pizza with mushroom on. I'm quite happy with, but there is. I mean, I've never tried a seafood pizza, and I don't think I ever will. To be honest with you, yeah, I've never eaten anchovies, and honestly, I can't see myself eating them anytime soon. Um, I tell you what, I can't stand on pizza, and it's not a surprise. Most people I know probably don't like it, and that is pineapple. I mean, no offense if you like pineapple, that's fine by me, but I mean, really, who who thought it'd be a good idea to put pineapple on pizza? I honestly don't get it. Yeah, I've tried pineapple on pizza though, like a few times, and nah, it never did anything for me. I just don't like the flavour, just something like that. In fact, I'm not a huge fan of pineapple anyway. I mean, I don't mind tropical juice because there's like other fruits mixed in it as well, which it makes for a nice drink. It honestly does. But pineapple juice, no, absolutely no. Um, what else do I like food wise? Got if since I'm a Brit, of course you gotta like your fish and chips. But I like to go for the full lot, like fish chips and the mushy peas. Yeah, honestly, why not? And sometimes I like to have a bit of tartar sauce, which I know. I remember when I tried tartar sauce many years ago. I don't know. The first time I had it, I absolutely hated it, and I didn't eat it for the longest time. But I gave it another chance, and I don't know. It just converted me. Yeah, I know it's an acquired taste, but honestly, once you start eating it, once honestly, it's really nice. There's other sauces I enjoy, like tomato ketchup, or as us Northerners call it, red sauce, because well, it is red. Then there's like we have brown sauce here, HP, which alright. Yeah, there's a fruity sauce which is really nice as well. It goes well on the bacon butty. So what else? What other sauces? I don't barbecue sauce. That's alright. Mayo's great. Um, I don't really got sweet chili. I'm trying to think of any sauces that I don't like. Honestly, I can't really think of any. Um, trying to think. I don't know. I can't really think at the moment. I'll tell you what's nice on steak though. Peppercorn sauce. Yeah, I do like it. It's not very often I'll have a steak with peppercorn sauce on, but if I do, I really enjoy it. Goes well like yeah, steak and chips. But yeah, we'll talk about food as well. what do I sort of get from the chippy if it's not fish and chips? I don't know. I just go for like, I don't know. Yeah, sort of just go for like a steak and kidney pie and chips or meat and potato. But I think if I'm being honest with you, I actually prefer steak and kidney over meat and potato nowadays. I mean, I do enjoy meat and potato, but the flavour of a steak and kidney excites me a bit more. Even minced beef and onion. For whatever reason, I'm not a fan of cheese pie. I don't know why. I'm not a fan of cheese and onion pie. I like minced beef and onion. And what the weirdest thing is, I like chicken and I like mushrooms, but I don't like chicken and mushroom pie. Again, I don't understand why. I like those ingredients, but to me, I don't know why, it just doesn't work very well in a pie. And at this moment in time, I sound like a poet. It sounds like I'm a poet without knowing it. So, yeah. What else do I get from the chippy sometimes? I don't know. Sometimes they do like I like some of the Chinese stuff. They do like spring onions, chop suey rolls. Um, I don't know. Of course, I like the curries that they do as well. I mean, you have like the fruity curry though, which let's be honest with you is absolutely gorgeous. And then we have like the hot curry, which is the one that they really mainly use for like Chinese dishes, like I don't know, a chicken fried. So they just go for a carton of curry. If you go for chicken fried rice, just pour it all over that, and you're happy. Special fried rice was like a mixture of all kinds of meats, like not just your chicken. You have prawns. Sometimes you put ham in it. Char siu, yeah, char siu pork. Honestly, it's just really enjoyable. I enjoy having it more with curry because sometimes I find it rather dry without some sort of sauce, and it works. Works really well for me. They do omelets, which I do enjoy, but I can't eat it all. I can't eat it all because of how much it give you. It's ridiculous, but I do enjoy it. What else do I like Chinese wise? Chicken chow mein. Um, stuff like bean sprouts, noodles. What's not to like? I remember once I ordered some like the was it like it was some chicken dish in like a sweet chili garlic sauce. Yeah, they went absolutely berserk with the chilies, and my mouth was completely on fire. Yeah, so much so that I had to go and get a glass of milk just to cool it down. I mean, I can tolerate certain spicy foods, but I don't know. That was too much. Yeah, they went absolutely berserk with like they left quite a lot of the chili seeds in, but oh well. But it was one of those. Even though it was so damn spicy, I enjoyed it. It was refreshing to say the least. I mean, sometimes I like a McDonald's or a KFC or a Burger King, but most of the time I just eat stuff like salads. Though I do, as I say, I do enjoy salads. In some ways, I could be doing with eating a bit more in the way of salads because I do enjoy them. But sometimes when you're busy, you don't really have much of a time to like prepare yourself to make a salad. So sometimes you just want to cook up something or just make something that is simple. In fact, maybe a bit too simple. Sometimes you don't fancy making anything. You're just thinking of, oh, we'll just do something like simple, like beans on toast or cheese on toast, for example. And honestly, you enjoy that. But the problem with simple meals is that let's just say they're not very um let's just say they're not very friendly calorie wise, but So I try and balance things out the best I can. The only time I'll treat myself to something is during the weekend. Though I did treat myself to a Subway yesterday because I was busy. So yeah, and I think I will discuss a few more pet peeves of mine. I mentioned a few pet peeves. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was in the last stream or the stream that I did before that one. But anyway, we'll get on to a few pet peeves. What one of them is parents who are more interested in looking at their mobile phone instead of looking out for their child. I mean, there's some who I've seen like pushing the kid's pram, and instead of checking up on the child, they're too busy fixated on what their friends are doing or what happening. I mean, there's nothing wrong with seeing what your friends are up to and everything. Again, it's always good to check up on people, but there are times where you have to. There are times where you have to. I wouldn't necessarily say forget about your friends. You know where they are when you need them, but there are times where your child's needs are far more important than whatever your friend's doing. And I've seen it where they let the child run off and they don't even realise it. I've seen it a few times where the child nearly runs onto the road and they didn't even notice. It wouldn't surprise me if they wouldn't realise that the child might have actually been run over by a car. I mean, the only time they'll probably notice is if they hear the child screaming that they've been hit by a car. I mean, if you kept an eye on them, kept them in the pram or held their hand, perhaps you wouldn't go running out onto the road. That's called common sense. It's common sense. I mean, keep an eye on what your child is doing. Don't let them run. Don't let them run round like idiots in, I don't know, on near a busy road and in the supermarket. If you want to let your child run, either take him to the park. If not, give him a good run round in the garden. I mean, if it's raining or something, like give him do fun activities with them in the house. Do something with them, like interact. Instead of just, and then they'll probably just. Some of them are that lazy that they'll give him a tablet to watch something just to shut them up, whilst they're probably playing Candy Crush and they're looking at whatever crap they're looking at on Facebook. But yeah, it does my head in when they're more interested in their mobile phone than their own child. And it's like as if they didn't want the kid to begin with. Well, here's an idea. If you didn't want to have a kid in the first place, how about your partner? How about your partner be smart enough and wear a condom, for goodness sake? Yeah, because condom will it'll prevent you from getting pregnant. If you didn't want kids to begin with, you should have used protection. But I know it's not as simple as that, is it? But I don't know. As I say, common sense doesn't grow on every tree. I mean, common sense doesn't grow on every tree. But oh well. I mean, there's not an awful lot you can do about it. What else annoys me? I'll tell you what absolutely irritates me though. I've seen it on the motor. I mean, it could be absolutely lashing it down with rain. And instead of like putting the lights on, I've seen a few people think it's a good idea to put the fog lights on, even though there is no fog about at all. And then even worse, we've had those ones who put the high beams on. I mean, for goodness sake. For goodness sake, you're going to burn people's retinas. I mean, why? I mean, only put high beams on in case it's foggy or anything, like put your fog lights on then. But no, you have to use your high beams when it's unnecessary. You could blind people. So at this rate, you might as well wear sunglasses at night. I mean, why? Why would you want to do that? I mean, I get that you want people to see you in the dark, but that's a bit too extreme. Though using your high beams. I nearly forgot what the word was then, but just calm down, just calm down. But I'll tell you one thing that absolutely gets on my nerves big time is people at a supermarket. They're having a conversation, but guess where they are? Blocking the entrance and the exits so people are trying to get in and out. If you want to have a conversation, move to the side and let people in and out the supermarket freely. Let them get out without any issues. Honestly, just move out the way. And we've had people who just blocked the way, and you politely ask them to move, and then you have to say excuse me. And then sometimes they get a bit of a strop on because they have to move another stride away. I mean, for goodness sake, we wouldn't have asked you if you weren't in the way. If someone asks you to move out of the way politely, you do the kind thing and do just that. It's not my problem you're blocking the supermarket. So stop getting a huff on. And if anything, I notice there's some people they spend more time gabbing to their friend or whoever it is. They spend more time gabbing to them than they do their shopping. There are a few instances where I've been shopping and then half an hour later, those very same people are still there in the same spot, and you're like, was there really any point in going shopping if you didn't seem interested in shopping? It just absolutely gets on my goat. And I think the last thing that gets on my nerves, the last thing anyway, there is one thing. I'm trying to think what that is. Oh yeah, there is one thing that absolutely annoys me. Is if people keep asking you why. Yeah, they're asking you why for the sake of it. I could give you an example. I could say to someone, I could say I'm not feeling well, and they're like, why? I just wasn't feeling well. I mean, what else is there to say? Or another instance, I didn't enjoy Game of Thrones. Why? You don't have to know why. I shouldn't have to tell people. I shouldn't have to answer people's questions. Yeah, I think such and such is overrated. Why? I think cheese and onion crisp are overrated. Why? It's just an example. I mean, seriously, I do enjoy cheese and onion crisp, but people have to keep asking why for whatever reason, even though sometimes you've answered the question. You've answered the question, and you still say why. Just stop doing that. I think Tom and Jerry is better than the Flintstones. Why? I just do. Why? I'm like, say why one more time. Say it one more time, I dare you. Honestly, I honestly feel like kicking these people in the plums. I mean, not literally, but I think you get the idea. Like, you'll just do anything just to stop it. I mean, there's nothing wrong in asking why But I've heard people say why at least 6 or 7 times in the conversation, and then sometimes you end up giving giving you end up giving them your reason as to why you don't enjoy such and such, and then what happens? Sometimes you get berated. Oh, you didn't give Game of Thrones a chance. You must have been playing the game wrong or something. If it's like Tomb Raider. Oh, I didn't enjoy such and such. Oh, it's one of my favorite games ever. I mentioned to someone I didn't like Forrest Gump, and he said, "How can you?" I mentioned to someone that I didn't like Forrest Gump, and he said, "How can you not? How come you hate that film? It won loads and loads of awards." I don't give a shit if it won loads of awards. If the film bored me, it bored me. It doesn't matter how many awards you can give something if it's not going to interest me. So, sorry. If you disagree with my opinion, that's fine. Just don't be a cunt about it. Honestly. I mean, sometimes if people say they disagree with something that I've said, or if I disagree with something that I said, I'll be polite and I'll just respect their opinion. Like I say, I don't have to agree with people, but as I say, I respect that. I respect different opinions. I'm sorry, if you can't respect my opinion, then clearly you have no respect for yourself or anyone. And as I say, don't you dare question. Don't you dare question why I don't like something or why I do like something. And so I mentioned once, like, I like, I don't know, I'll say I like Rayman, and some people say, oh, that game sucks because it's too hard and all that lot. I mean, if you didn't enjoy the game, fine, that is fine by me, I have no problems. Again, just don't be a knob about it, just be polite. And respect that not everyone has the same opinions as you do. If we all have the same opinion, the world would be a boring place. We all don't want to be brainless sheep. We need to think for ourselves. We shouldn't have to pander down to what society wants, because all you're doing is embarrassing yourself. You're no longer you. You pretty much sound like a robot having the same opinion as everyone else. Yeah, communism and all that lot. And yeah, and George Orwell's book in 1984. Honestly, the way things are going, it's looking like that. It's looking like George Orwell's novel. Yeah, it's life imitating art. That's it. It's starting to. It's starting to become. It's starting to become a Groundhog Day when you hear these people with the same opinions on TV, on YouTube, and all that lot. I'm like that. I mean, honest, you don't get honest. You don't always get honest opinions. You get corporate opinions. You're saying what you're saying what society wants you to say, not what society needs you to say. Because if you say saying stuff that you need, oh, you can't say that. Oh yeah, it's offensive. Why not? Why not? I'm saying it how it is. What's the problem with saying things how they are? Stop candy coating stuff. Stop doing things to make it sound better than what it is. But we live in a civilized society. Just get stuffed. Absolutely get stuffed. I'm fed up of it because I like listening to different opinions. I do. I enjoy a different opinion. I just don't want to listen to the same as everyone. I don't always want to listen to the most popular opinions. Just because an opinion is popular doesn't mean that it's the right opinion. Popular means nothing to me, honestly. It means absolutely nothing. Just because, like I say, if it's not popular, it shouldn't just automatically be wrong. Oh, I honestly don't understand. I really don't understand. And I think I'm going to have to end the vlog right here before I start waffling on, because I'm about to put myself to sleep. Hopefully I've not put you to sleep. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and I'm not sure when I'll next upload, but hopefully it shouldn't be too long. Anyway, I shall catch you next time. Take care everyone, and have a safe day.